Great catching up with my next guest. It's been a while, but happy to see him back in action. Terrance McKinney, T-Rex, going to be taking on Damir Hadzovic, UFC Fight Night, February 1st. Terrance, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, brother. Just living life and just taking everything just one day at a time.
Yeah, and we haven't seen much of you, man. I know you got a lot going on outside the cage, but I guess the big news that we should start with first is you moved to Florida. You're training now, I believe, at Fusion X-Cel. How did that all come together with you making the big move?
I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go, but I prayed about it, and then I heard Fusion, and then I was like, all right, God, if I'm supposed to go somewhere, have the team reach out, and Phil reached out multiple times, and then I talked to people that be praying for me, and Fusion ended up being the move where I was gonna go.
Because if I'm not mistaken, last time you were in Texas, right? Were you training there? Where were you last time? I know. Take me from Spokane to, I think it was Texas and then now Florida, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I went to Texas and I was training with Kevin Holland. He kind of had his own gym, so we'll go there or we'll go to Houston for the training camp.
Okay. That's good, man. That's awesome. And we haven't seen you in a while since May. I know obviously you got a lot going on outside the cage, but did you want to fight sooner than this? What's sort of the reason for the layoff while we haven't seen you in so long?
We were looking at October 12th, but I just didn't think it was enough time for my opponent that they originally had. And so this ended up being the next step they gave me.
Okay. Is it frustrating not getting to fight as often as you want, or are you happy to kind of settle into the new team and everything?
God, I just trust in God's plan, you know. And I know like whatever He had for me, it was gonna come at the right time, and it really did.
Okay. When did you actually make the move? When did you head out to Florida? How long has it been?
I think I've been out for like 6 or 7 months. So
oh wow. Okay.
Around like July-ish, August.
Okay, cool. And how much of a difference has it been other than, well, I mean, they're both good. Weather's good in Texas, but Florida weather's something else, right?
Yeah. It's way better. Because it's not too hot, you know what I mean? I'm at like the perfect weather right now.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Let's talk about Damir Hadzovic, 14-7 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I think we match up pretty good, you know what I mean? Of course, we got to watch out for his knees at the end of his long extended combinations. And yeah, I think this is just a perfect match to come back to.
Yeah, I'd agree. Good fight. And take me through camp. Who do you get to work with? Who are some of the main training partners?
Julio Cesar Chavez, which is pretty dope. That's his name. And then I got Angel. I can't say his last name. I can't remember.
No worries.
I forget it sometimes. But this is my boy though. He's a dog. And then also Jonathan sparred with me today. Like it's nice just to be around people that want to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone's high level there. Everyone's getting great technique. Thanks to Julian. Like I'm telling you, like once I came here, I knew it was God. You know what I mean? Because everything's just been coming together.
Seems easy for you too, right? It seems like it was an easy fit to sort of come in and come into this new gym. And do you feel it's more specialized too, kind of catering to your needs?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I've got to mention Mike Davis. We got Lucas Alexander, like so many quality people in there.
Good.
Of course, Phil Rowe. Just like I said, it's a blessing being around such solid group of fighters.
That's good.
But yeah, it was easy transitioning, you know. But you know, they worked on the things that put me in danger, and we're still working on cleaning everything else. And you guys are gonna see the best version of me. You know, we actually spar in the cage. We work on really putting a three-round fight together. So
good. That's awesome. And then I got to ask just too, because you've been off for a bit, the weight cut, is that, we got lots of time before February, but how's that going as you haven't fought in a while? Is that you've been able to keep the weight down a bit?
Yeah, decently.
Yeah.
I was like 190 when I got to
Okay.
Fusion, but like now my weight's pretty under control. I'll say like 180 to 175.
Okay, good. That makes sense. And I imagine Julian will be in your corner. Who's going to be in the cage with you for this fight?
Mitch or Mikey, who's going to be a partner for us to move around with.
Okay, that's great. And how's this one playing out? You're not a guy who likes to go to the scorecards. We always see those highlight reel finishes. What are we expecting on February 1st?
Just seeing a complete mixed martial artist. I think we got the tools to win on the feet or on the ground. So, like I said, it's a perfect comeback fight. That's why I'm thankful for the God. Get also he's a quality opponent. He has 4 wins in the UFC, so it'd be good to show the growth, and I think this is the perfect person to do it.
Awesome. Got to ask, because it's a couple weeks before your fight, or a week I should say before your fight. We got the title fight coming up with Islam and Arman. What do you think of that fight? Who do you think will take it in that one? It's a rematch, obviously.
I like what Arman brings as threat on the feet, but I think Islam will, just because of his height, will be able to win most of the scrambles. I think he was a bigger person just in general. And I think 5 rounds dealing with a person with that much muscle, I think Islam shows why he's champ still. But this will probably be his toughest title fight.
We haven't seen you that much on social media. I'm imagining that's by design, to just kind of focus on other things. Because I remember when you first got in the UFC, you were very active, but with all the positive stuff comes the negative stuff as well. Do you find it just better to stay off, kind of like you have been?
Right now it's just like I'm just locking in on just everything. Like I just actually want to make training a lifestyle, not just training during fight camp, taking a couple months off. I just really want to be in the gym every day. It's not like I got to go 2 to 3 times a day, but just making sure like I'm making it a lifestyle. Because it's like I tell people, it's gonna be hard to beat a guy like Islam and Arman when these guys are doing everything right year round, living in the gym.
What brought you to that decision? Was it just the negativity, or what sort of led you to, hey, you know what, I'm going to take a step back from this and focus more on other things? I'm sure as well, being a parent, you don't have a lot of time to be on social media anyways.
Just seeing all the people that I fought succeeding and stuff, touching the rankings before, and I just think there's no reason I shouldn't be ranked. I got all the tools to do it, so I just got to lock in.
Yeah. And you've been at a couple different camps. How is this camp compared to other camps? Like we were sort of talking about it being more specialized, but what are some other things that have really benefited you? Is it the family environment? Like what sort of really makes you feel like this is a good spot for you?
Just being further away from people that I can just hang out with, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like I made a homework at the gym, you know what I mean? It's the same when you're bored, you're just gonna want to go study. So it's perfect.
Okay. You got a couple more fights left in your UFC contract? Because I know you signed a new one, I think, before. It was either last fight or fight before. What's the latest with your contract?
So I got a new 4-fight deal. So
congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. All glory to God, you know what I mean? Because like you see how easily people getting cut right now. So just very humble to be here. So I'm gonna show them that I've matured, and I'm not gonna take this opportunity for granted.
Good. That's awesome, man. Do you and Saidyokub Kakhramonov still keep in touch? Because you guys were like kind of Batman and Superman back in the day, and I know he's training in Chicago right now. Do you guys still keep in touch at all?
Yeah, we still FaceTime each other and stuff. Right now, he just got to handle his stuff, and his blessing's gonna come.
Yeah. Has it been tough? Because I know you guys were pretty inseparable when you were training back in Spokane, right?
Yeah, it just sucks, you know what I mean? Like, we're pretty far apart now. I'm going to try to go see him soon, but right now, I think we both got goals and things we want to do, and so like you said, when you get closer to your goals, a lot of other things go on the back burner.
What are some of your goals for next year? Is it just keeping active? I know a lot of fighters. We're coming up to the end of this year. You got a big year ahead for you. What are some things you'd like to accomplish as a fighter, and maybe outside the cage too?
Just being realistic, at least putting myself in a position to fight for a ranking next year.
Okay, so simple as that.
I want to do 3 fights, win them all the best way I can, and then all glory to God. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm getting closer to him and just training harder. I'm actually running now, doing sprints, so I think that's gonna make a huge difference for the rest of my career.
I agree. Sprints suck. They're the worst, but they're the best for you, right? Because especially when you're in a fight, like. You got to do that stop and start motion, right? So you noticing differences with your pace and cardio and all that stuff? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, and just really taking care of my body. Like I found out I was anemic, so.
Oh no way! Okay.
Yeah, so that 5 hours was getting tired and shit. But ever since like I've been taking my vitamins and not the organic iron, like I'm cruising doing 3 rounds, doing 5 rounds with ease now.
Yeah. And of course, you haven't had to really go, too long in fights anyways, because usually your fights end so quickly. So that's good. You've kind of identified that. If the guy you're fighting is, still standing like a zombie, right? You can at least go a little bit longer, right?
Exactly. I'll be ready to push and set the right pace for it.
And last one, I know you got to get back to being a dad. That's actually my last question. How's fatherhood? How's family life? How's everything going on that front?
I love it, man. It's just so cool to just watch your kid develop and just become their own person. And like I said, I was nervous about it at first, but I wouldn't change this for the world. Like, being a parent is like the greatest gift God can give you.
What do you guys got planned for the holidays?
I can't really do too much, but at least give them some bucks and let them go have fun, go get some stuff that they want from the store and things like that.
Good for you, man. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back, Terrance. It's been a while, but those good things come to those who wait. So we'll check it out. It's UFC Fight Night, February 1st. Anyone you want to thank before we get out here? Any sponsors? Any social media you want to mention? I'll give you the last one.
I want to thank Fusion X-Cel, Julian, Williams, Edmund, my strength and conditioning coach, Manny, my Muay Thai coach. Really just everyone just surrounded by the whole team. Like I said, you can't go to war without an army, you know what I mean? Then we got that.